Welcome, everyone. So today we wanted to get into the world of artificial intelligence. And on this particular video, I wanted us to go through 3 questions. By the end of it, get an understanding of what artificial intelligence is. So I've really been wanting to get into this for a minute. But yes, I really am interested in AI. I want to know how it works. And I want to be there in the journey that is going to take us to AGI, which is artificial general intelligence. I'm going to talk about that in a bit. So in this video, I really just wanted us to go through 3 questions. And the first question is, what is AI? The second question is, what is ChatGPT? And the third question is, how can we use it effectively? So we're just going to start with the basics. What is artificial intelligence? What is AI? So artificial intelligence or AI refers to computer systems designed to perform tasks that typically require human intelligence. So these tasks could include visual perception, and then we have speech recognition, decision making, language translation. So the human brain is connected through a vast network of neurons, which when you have a sensation, for example, touch, or you see something, you smell something, that information is going to be broken down into energy, which then flows through the neural network. When we come to how now the same thing works in machines, is it takes an input, which is usually a prompt, and the prompt is usually the text that you type into ChatGPT or Claude AI or whichever one. So that text is called a prompt. So the prompt is broken down into information known as tokens. And then these tokens are then flow through the neural network. Okay, so now that we have an idea on what artificial intelligence is, we're going to get into now the types of AI. So basically, there are usually 3 types of AI. So we have the first one, narrow AI. Narrow AI is AI that is designed for very specific tasks. So these tasks include virtual assistants like Siri or Alexa. And then we have recommendation systems that are used in Netflix, and then they're also used on Amazon as well. And then when it comes to image recognition software, we have ideogram AI, which again is being used by a lot of people when it comes to very realistic generations of images. And then we also have Flux AI and Midjourney. So these 3 are examples of narrow AI, which is an AI that has been trained on a very specific task. For example, those 3 have been trained on chatting, like ChatGPT has been trained on chatting. And then we have another one that has been trained on image generation. So it's one that can do specific things very well. So we have Casa AI, for example, which you can use it to code. So that's narrow AI. And then when it comes to general AI, artificial general AI, this is AI that can understand, learn, and then apply its intelligence broadly, similar to what a human usually does. So this is an AI that can do all the things that I've just talked about, plus more. It can actually carry out a task. So for example, you might tell it, this is $100, use your intelligence to go through the internet to get a way in which we can multiply this money by 100% or something like that. So that the idea to give it a very broad system of tasks and for it to be able to do it, that is general AI. That is the one that I think we're not that far off as much as we think. And I think it's also going to have very vast consequences for us as a society. So with all this in mind, we can now have an understanding on ChatGPT. And ChatGPT is a type of an AI model that is in the narrow type of AI, and it's known as a large language model. It's designed to understand and generate human-like text. So the GPT in ChatGPT stands for Generative Pre-trained Transformer. When you break it down, we see that the generative part is that it can be able to generate new content and not just analyze existing text. The pre-trained bit is it's been trained on a vast amount of data from the internet. We have like websites, books, poems. And then for the transformer bit, this is the one, it's a bit tricky. So this refers to the specific AI architecture. So this is done through the understanding of the context of the words in a sentence. So each sentence is going to be given a different value. And then based on what the sentence is, the context of the sentence, the AI is going to know each word, how valuable it is in that sentence. So when you input a text, so when you're typing into ChatGPT and then whatever you type, so if it is how to make pancakes, for example, I really like pancakes. So when you put a text, the text that you've just typed into ChatGPT is called a prompt. So when you give ChatGPT a prompt, it's going to take the prompt, it's going to analyze the text, And after that, it's going to compare to its learned data set, the one that it had been trained on. And after that, it's going to identify relevant concepts based on, so for example, if you say pancakes, it knows that you're talking about cooking, going to go to its cooking data set. And after that, kind of like come up with a recipe for that. And after that, now that's when it's going to generate a response. So that's like how ChatGPT works in very simpler ways. So you give it an input, it's going to analyze the input, see what words are there, going to compare it to the data set that it had been trained on, and it's going to identify the relevant topics, and after that, it's going to generate a response. The other thing to know really about ChatGPT is how to use it effectively. So, for example, when giving it a prompt, when you're writing a prompt into ChatGPT, you have to be very specific. The broader you are, the broader the answer is going to be. So it may not really be tailored to you. But the more specific you are about a specific prompt, it's going to be way better for you because now it will be able to judge what context you're talking from. And then I'll give you a very tailored answer based on that context. And so you really try to be as specific as possible. So for example, instead of asking, tell me about dogs, you can explain the unique characteristics of German Shepherds. As we continue to advance in our technology, we're going to move closer to the possibility of AGI. And this progress, it's cool, but it's also scary in the sense that potentially it might solve global poverty and climate change. That's a realistic future for us. But I would like to know what is happening, and I want to be part of that journey. I feel like the journey to AGI is the next step. And I'm committed to keeping you updated on these developments through my videos. So please, thank you for joining me on this one. If you found this information useful, valuable in any way, consider subscribing for more in-depth tech discussions. We're going to love to hear thoughts in the comments. What do you think the future is for us? And stay curious. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.